Why players feared and respected the alien referee. Pierluigi Collina, the man with the laser eyes who rewrote refereeing. On a hot night in the 2002 World Cup final, the stadium in Yokohama shook with noise. Brazil and Germany were warming up, cameras were flashing, and millions of fans were holding their breath. But as the broadcast zoomed in, the crowd didn't gasp at Ronaldo's haircut or Oliver Kahn's gloves. They gasped because the camera landed on a bald man in black, with eyes so sharp they looked like they could spot trouble from orbit. This wasn't a supervillain. This was the referee. This was Pierluigi Collina. Fans quickly ran out of normal nicknames and moved into science fiction territory. They called him the alien referee, joked that he was from the planet Mercury, and compared him to a machine programmed only for justice. The jokes came from love as much as fear. His completely hairless head and piercing stare were impossible to forget. His baldness, caused by severe alopecia, left him without hair anywhere. No eyebrows, no eyelashes, nothing. All that remained were those legendary eyes, which seemed to judge not just fouls, but intentions. Yet the most important thing about Collina wasn't that he looked scary. It was that he was fair, and everyone knew it. From a tough defender to the ultimate match manager, Collina was born in Bologna, Italy, in 1960. Like most kids, he didn't dream of becoming a referee. He played as a tough central defender. In other words, he was exactly the type of player referees had to watch closely. Everything changed when he attended a referee course almost by accident. Something clicked. He discovered that managing a match required intelligence, communication, and calm authority, skills he naturally had. He climbed through Italy's league system, amateur leagues, Serie C, Serie B, and finally Serie A. Italian football was emotional, dramatic, and loud. Players argued constantly. Coaches waved their arms like airplane traffic controllers. Collina didn't try to dominate by shouting. He listened, spoke calmly, and explained decisions. Players might not have liked the call, but they trusted the man making it. Studying games like they were final exams. What made Collina extraordinary wasn't his alien look. It was preparation. Before every match, he studied everything. Who liked to dribble? Who went down easily? Who pulled shirts? Who pushed on corners? Who secretly hated whom? He didn't chase chaos. He arrived before it. Collina believed authority came from understanding the game and communicating clearly. Instead of waving a card and walking away, he talked to players. He explained decisions. This was rare at the time, and players appreciated it. That's why even angry players listened when Collina spoke. Not because they were afraid, but because they knew he was right. When the trophy is big, the ref has to be bigger. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, Collina was trusted with football's biggest stages. He officiated the 1996 Olympic final, the legendary 1999 Champions League final, the 2002 World Cup final, major matches at Euro 2004, the 2004 UEFA Cup final. He won World's Best Referee 6 years in a row, an unmatched achievement. His presence brought calm to chaos. Players respected him. Coaches respected him. Fans, even the furious ones, respected him. David Beckham once asked to swap shirts with him. Referees don't get shirt requests. But Collina wasn't a normal referee. Even legends make controversial calls. Despite the almost myth-like reputation, Collina was human. 2 decisions still follow his career. The first came at Euro 2000. In a semi-final between the Czech Republic and the Netherlands. Late in the match, Collina awarded a penalty to the Dutch. A foul technically existed, but it was soft, late, and explosive in its impact. The Netherlands advanced. The controversy exploded. The second came in Everton vs Villarreal 2005, the final match of his refereeing career. Collina disallowed a goal by Duncan Ferguson. that many replays suggested was legal. Everton fans were furious. Some still are. What made Collina different was how he responded. He didn't hide. He didn't pretend perfection. He accepted criticism and used it to improve the game. Those moments helped push football toward extra assistant referees, closer goal area monitoring, and eventually VAR. Life after the whistle, integrity before everything. Collina officially stepped away from top-level Italian refereeing in August 2005. On paper, it looked like a retirement. In reality, it was a resignation and a statement. Earlier that year, Collina had signed a personal sponsorship deal with the German car company Opel, reportedly worth around €800,000 per year. At the same time, Opel was also the main shirt sponsor of AC Milan, one of Italy's biggest clubs. The Italian Football Federation and the Referees Association ruled this a conflict of interest. Their solution was simple. Collina could either cancel his Opel contract or be limited to refereeing only Serie B matches. This was the same federation that had just raised the retirement age to 46. Specifically to keep him officiating. They wanted his reputation, but under conditions that suggested doubt. Collina refused. He stated publicly that the ultimatum showed a lack of trust in his professionalism. If people did not believe in a referee's integrity, he said, then it was useless to go forward. So instead of compromising, Collina walked away at the top of his profession, by choice. That decision became one of the clearest examples of his character. It perfectly matched the title of his autobiography, The Rules of the Game, and reinforced the idea he lived by his entire career. A referee's credibility must be absolute and beyond suspicion. Football lost its most famous referee that day, but it gained one of its strongest lessons in integrity. From football to pop culture. Retirement didn't remove Collina from the spotlight. He became one of the most influential figures in refereeing, working with UEFA and FIFA to train officials and modernize the game. His ideas helped shape VAR, semi-automated offside technology, and newer rules designed to keep football fair and flowing. At the same time, his fame crossed into pop culture. He appeared in commercials, cartoons, and, most famously, on the covers of Pro Evolution Soccer 3 and 4. Players appear on game covers. Managers sometimes do. Referees almost never do. Collina did. When the alien referee turned into football's uncle. In recent years, Collina has shown a lighter side. At exhibition matches with retired stars, he jokes, laughs, and teases players about running too fast for him. The once intimidating alien referee now feels like the wise uncle of football, still sharp, still respected, but smiling more. Players who once froze under his stare now hug him. Why Pierluigi Collina still towers over refereeing. Pierluigi Collina didn't rule matches through fear. He led through personality, preparation, and communication. He proved a referee could be fair, calm, intelligent, respected, human. Before Collina, referees were often ignored or disliked. After Collina, they were understood. Even today, when kids argue over a foul, someone jokes, "We need Collina here." They don't expect an alien spaceship to land, but his name has become shorthand for fairness. Pierluigi Collina didn't need hair, capes, or superpowers. He had laser eyes, a calm voice, and an unbreakable belief in the game. And that turned the alien referee into the greatest referee football has ever known.
It's time to study new words in context. 1. Gasp. Definition: to take a sudden, sharp breath, usually because of surprise, shock, or excitement. Example: the crowd let out a gasp when the referee made the unexpected decision. 2. Orbit. Definition: the curved path that an object follows as it moves around another object, such as a planet moving around the sun. Example: the moon travels in an orbit around the Earth. 3. Alopecia. Definition: A medical condition that causes partial or complete loss of hair on the head or body. Example, he lost all his hair at a young age due to alopecia. 4. Swap. Definition. To exchange one thing for another. Usually by agreement between two people. Example, after the match, the players decided to swap shirts. 5. Officiating. Definition. The act of controlling and managing a sports game. By enforcing rules and making decisions. Example, his calm officiating helped keep the match fair and under control. 6. Credibility. Definition. The quality of being trusted and believed. Especially because of honesty and reliability. Example, the referee's credibility came from years of fair and consistent decisions. 7. Cape. Definition. A loose outer garment worn over the shoulders. Often associated with superheroes or formal clothing. Example, the hero's red cape flowed behind him as he ran.
Comprehension questions. 1. Why did the crowd focus on Pierluigi Collina during the 2002 World Cup final? Answer. Because his bald head and sharp, intense eyes made him stand out, and his presence on the field was as commanding as the famous players. 2. What nickname did fans give Collina and why? Answer. Fans called him the alien referee because of his completely hairless head, piercing stare and calm, almost otherworldly presence. 3. What medical condition caused Collina's bald appearance? Answer. Severe alopecia, which caused him to lose all hair on his head, face and body. 4. What position did Collina play before becoming a referee? Answer. He played as a tough central defender. 5. How did Collina first become interested in refereeing? Answer. He attended a referee course almost by accident and discovered he had a natural talent for managing matches. 6. How did Collina lead players on the field differently from many referees of his time? Answer. He communicated calmly with players, explained his decisions, and relied on trust rather than shouting or intimidation. 7. What kind of preparation did Collina do before matches? Answer. He studied players' habits, team tactics, rivalries, and common fouls to anticipate problems before they happened. 8. Name 2 major finals Collina refereed. Answer. The 1999 Champions League final, the 2002 World Cup final. Other correct answers include the 1996 Olympic final or 2004 UEFA Cup final. 9. How many times did Collina win the world's best referee award? Answer. 6 times in a row. 10. What controversial decision did Collina make at Euro 2000? Answer. He awarded a late and controversial penalty to the Netherlands against the Czech Republic, which caused a major uproar. 11. What happened in Collina's final refereeing match between Everton and Villarreal? Answer. He disallowed a goal by Duncan Ferguson that many believed should have been allowed, angering Everton fans. 12. How did Collina respond to criticism over controversial decisions? Answer. He accepted criticism and used it to support improvements, such as extra assistant referees and VAR technology. 13. Why did Collina resign from top-level refereeing in 2005? Answer. He refused to cancel a personal sponsorship deal with Opel or accept being demoted to second-division matches, choosing integrity over compromise. 14. What did Collina say about trust and integrity when he resigned? Answer. He said that if people did not trust a referee's integrity, it was useless to continue. 15. What is Collina's lasting impact on football? Answer. He transformed refereeing into a respected profession by emphasizing fairness, preparation, communication, and absolute integrity, influencing modern officiating worldwide.